steel as well as he can bend your ear. Can make a suit of cot plate good enough for an emperor.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves. Or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
What ails you, my friend? Even my skills have been unable to fully heal Farnham. Oh, I have been able to mend his body, but his mind and spirit are beyond anything I can do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the vibe works with Diablo. I'm not sure. If it gets repetitive, we'll switch to something else.
Good day. How may I serve you?
We'll do a World of
Pepin
Warcraft
saved
full
my
playthrough.
grandmother's life, and I know that I can never repay him for that. His ability to heal any sickness is more powerful than the mightiest sword and more mysterious than any spell you can name. If you ever are in need of healing, Pepin can help you.
Pepin. Pepin. I like Diablo 1 the most, personally. I like the idea of it being just a small town.
The Archbishop Lazarus.
One dungeon that you go deeper and deeper into. Traveling across the world. Diablo 2 is great. I just don't think it... This game has a vibe that Diablo 2 doesn't have.
Bind this butcher and slave, so that our souls may finally rest. Your death will be avenged. The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
This game has a weird, like, coziness. I don't know how to describe it. There's like a weird comfort to this game that the other ones don't have. Something about the whole thing being in Tristram and one dungeon progressively getting spookier and spookier instead of, you know, now we're in ancient Egypt, now we're in the jungle, now we're in... It's funny. I was thinking about Diablo 2 last night because I beat that new Indiana Jones game. And you start off in like a church Vatican place, then you go to the desert, ancient Egypt, then you go to the jungles, and then you go to Himalayan mountains. And I was like, this is just Diablo 2. This is just the same exact progression of environments that Diablo 2 had. Like, why?
spell ready.
I didn't like Diablo 3. Thank you, Horizon. I don't think I want to do this, but I'm going to sketch it out real quick, just in case. Yeah, probably not.
Not enough mana.
It's going to be a shorter stream today, guys. I got to travel tonight. I still got to pack. Dude. Funny you say that. I'll be playing Diablo 1 on PlayStation this weekend. I was like, the only way I can survive this bachelor party I'm going to is if I bring a PS1 with Diablo and slowly get intoxicated while I delve deeper. Sorry guys, I'm fighting King Leoric. I can't do keg stands with you. I'm avenging the prince. Doom doom da doom 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 da doom 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 da doom. Dum da dum da dum da dum da dum.
Not enough mana.
Please
Not
hold.
enough mana.
Oops.
I'm glad I caught up to you in time. Our wells have become brackish and stagnant, and some of the townspeople have become ill drinking from them. Our reserves of fresh water are quickly running dry. I believe that there is a passage that leads to the springs that serve our town. Please find what has caused this calamity, or we all will surely perish.
Pepin.
What ails you, my friend?
Good day. How may I serve you? When Farnham said something about a butcher killing people, I immediately discounted it. But since you brought it up, maybe it is true. My grandmother is very weak, and Garda says that we cannot drink the water from the wells. Please, can you do something to help us?
Well, what can I do for you?
This is where knowing how to 3D model would be a lifesaver.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
It's funny, he actually messaged me this morning about starting up that 3D rendering stream. I think we're gonna do it.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. Yes, Farnham has mumbled something about a hulking brute who wielded a fierce weapon. I believe he called him a butcher. I have always tried to keep a large supply of foodstuffs and drink in our storage cellar, but with the entire town having no source of fresh water, even our stores will soon run dry. Please, do what you can, or I don't know what we will do.
I don't know. True. I'm gonna keep my eye on the prize.
Big cleaver killing all my friends. Couldn't stop him. Had to run away. Couldn't save them. Trapped in a room with so many bodies. So many friends. No! You drink water? I like Pepper. He really tries, you know. Listen here, you should make sure you get to know him. Good fellow like that with people always wanting help. Hey, I guess I'd be kind of like you, hero. I was a hero too.
I like that he's not a metaphorical butcher, like, oh, they call him the butcher because he killed so many people. I like that he's a butcher, and he just hangs bodies and dry ages them and has a cleaver. I always liked that they just did that. It's like, oh. It's like in Legend when Tom Cruise and the group go into Darkness's hideaway, and the first demons you see are just like cooks. They're like chefs, and they're making like big, huge, spooky pies. And you're like, oh. I always thought that was cool. The butcher did get his leg. Can a fella drink in peace? I heard Lies of P was pretty good.
Not enough mana.
Haven't played it yet, but I heard it was good. Is there a mechanic where your nose gets bigger? I was curious about that. It's gonna be a shorter stream today, guys. I still gotta pack for my trip. And I gotta leave tonight. So it will not be an 8-hour stream. It won't even be a 6-hour stream. I apologize. I hope so. I know it's going to be a process. Thank you. It's very gracious of you. Say it. Say, ah, fresh meat. Say it. I want to hear it. I have not checked out the Rurouni Kenshin anime. I was never a huge Rurouni Kenshin guy. I was a Cowboy Bebop guy. I was an Outlaw Star guy. I watched Bonsai Pop's huge video explaining the Rurouni Kenshin controversy. And now I understand the controversy. It's pretty yikes controversy. just want more delicious in dungeon. When's it coming? When do I get it? When do I get more delicious in dungeon?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Dude, I don't think he's sensed a soul in search of answer once this whole playthrough, and he's a fucking mage. What?
I don't know what I can really tell you about this that will be of any help. The water that fills our wells comes from an underground spring. I have heard of a tunnel that leads to a great lake. Perhaps they are one and the same. Unfortunately, I do not know what would cause our water supply to be tainted. I know of many myths and legends that may contain answers to questions that may arise in your journeys into the labyrinth. If you come across challenges and questions to which you seek knowledge, seek me out, and I will tell you what I can.
What I can. I think Deckard Cain is supposed to be a reference to Sean Connery's character in a film I love called The Name of the Rose. I can't confirm that, but pretty sure he's supposed to be Sean Connery from The Name of the Rose. If anyone out there knows if that's true, please tell me, because I've always wondered.
Excuse you, my friend.
Yeah, Diablo 3 was just kind of a mess. Diablo 3 I didn't like because it's when, there's this weird period of time when Diablo 3 came out where Blizzard was huge and they were like corporatizing their art direction and like making everything like match, like they were like Disney or something. And Diablo 3 looked a lot like StarCraft. Like when you go to heaven, everything looks like the Protoss motherships. When you go to hell, everything looks like Zerg stuff. It was really, really kind of gross. I was like, oh man, they're like blending all their stuff into one cohesive, weird, one-size-fits-all art direction. It was very, very strange. Going to heaven was just a bad idea. That was just not a... It was just a very bad idea to make that like a playable area. It jumped the shark in a lot of weird, strange ways that you shouldn't do in a Diablo game. I actually liked what Diablo 4 did a lot with the look of the world and the vibe. I thought that course corrected pretty well. Unfortunately, the gameplay didn't really have legs, but visually I thought it suited the IP a lot better. my god, the whole Adria subplot in 3 was also so embarrassingly bad. Remembering now. Yeah, they made Heaven look like the Protoss. Like, really, really, really similar from StarCraft. And Hell was just like a Zerg den. It was really, really weird. The coolest take on like a quote-unquote heaven I've seen is Emerson Tung's concepts in Doom, Doom Eternal. When you go to the Maker planet, the Khan Makers, and he does like an angelic HR Giger type thing. Really, really cool. Emerson's a fantastic designer. I don't like the gameplay of 4 very much. I like it up until you go to the node board thing and you just levels feel kind of meaningless. I played Path of Exile 1 and 2 as well. I'm curious. I have reasons that I don't like Diablo 4. What are your guys' reasons for not liking Diablo 4? I want to see if they overlap. Yeah, I agree with the gameplay. I agree with the gameplay and the live service stuff. 100%. I agree, the game's too repetitive. There's a lot of copy-paste going on. I didn't play it long enough to know what the story really is. I got to the end of Act 1 where you like go down into the tomb of Lilith's kid, then first Necromancer or whatever. And then I stopped.
Not enough mana.
I also played a Barbarian, and yes, it was very frustrating. I do agree with you. I just remember when the game came out, Necromancer was so broken. Necromancers could do like stupid amounts of damage. Can't a fella drink in peace? Dude. Hit him with the what can I do for you?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Hello, my friend. The witch, Adria, is an anomaly here in Tristram. She arrived shortly after the cathedral was desecrated, while most everyone else was fleeing. She had a small hut constructed at the edge of town, seemingly overnight, and has access to many strange and arcane artifacts and tomes of knowledge that even I have never seen before.
Pretty sus.
What ails you, my friend? Even my skills have been unable to fully heal Farnham. Oh, I have been able to mend his body, but his mind and spirit are beyond anything I can do.
What was the Berserk collaboration Diablo 4 just did? Was it just armor sets? Did they add like Berserk bosses? What did they do?
Good day. How may I serve you? I grew up with Wirt's mother.
I saw
Alice.
that advertised and I
Although
was
she
like,
only slightly hurt when those
what?
hideous creatures stole him. She never recovered. I think she died of a broken heart. Wirt has become a mean-spirited youngster, looking only to profit from the sweat of others. I know that he suffered and has seen horrors that I cannot even imagine.
Suffered.
But some of that darkness hangs over him still.
Steel.
Over here. As long as you don't need anything reattached, old Pepin is as good as they come. If I'd have had some of those potions he brews, I might still have my leg. I know more than you think about that grisly thing. His little friends got a hold of me and managed to get my leg before Griswold pulled me out of that hole. I'll put it bluntly. Kill him before he kills you and adds your corpse to his collection. For once, I'm with you. My business runs dry, so to speak, if I have no market to sell to. You better find out what is going on, and soon. I sense a soul in search of answers. There is much about the future we cannot see, but when it comes, it will be the children who wield it. The boy Word has a blackness upon his soul, but he poses no threat to the town or its people. His secretive dealings with the urchins and unspoken guilds of nearby towns gain him access to many devices that cannot be easily found in Tristram.
Tristram.
While his methods may be reproachful, Word can provide assistance for your battle against the encroaching darkness.
Encroaching darkness.
The Butcher is a sadistic creature that delights in the torture and pain of others. You have seen his handiwork in the Drunkard Farnham. His destruction will do much to ensure the safety of this village. The people of Tristram will die if you cannot restore fresh water to their wells. Know this. Demons are at the heart of this matter, but they remain ignorant of what they have spawned.
Cool. Adria. I should do the severed version of this guy's head. Maybe I'll start that. The best advice I can give you for that, Mr. Tom, is to try a bunch of things and see which ones you enjoy naturally. If it feels like you're forcing it, it's probably not the thing you should be doing. If you really enjoy something and it's going to be a passion project, it should, like, you should feel like you're working hard on it, but don't confuse that with the feeling of forcing it. If it feels like you're not enthusiastic and it feels like it's constantly a struggle to, like, get the ball rolling and you just, it's a constant fight to motivate yourself, like, it's probably not the thing. You should feel pretty passionate and you should enjoy the process to some degree, and you should feel motivated to do it. So, like, I know a lot of people feel this way about comics, where, like, everybody wants to do, like, a graphic novel, or they're like, I can't wait to do my thing, and then they sit down to start doing the comic and they're like, I'm not having fun with this. But they feel like because so many other people do comics and graphic novels, and it's like an obvious, like, you know, oh, I'm an artist, I'll do a story with art, it's going to be a graphic novel. So many people do that, and then they sit down and they're like, oh, I don't actually enjoy doing this. Like, that's okay, there's other things you can do. Like, one example I really like Sam Carr just hit, what, 100,000 followers? More than that? Doing his Lost Ruins thing, which is like an art book, interactive story, world building project. Like, there's so much stuff you can do. There's no, like, wrong way to do it. You just should make sure that it's something that you like and something that you're actively enjoying and something that you wake up every day and you want to do. But yeah, in terms of what the format is, that can, you know, kind of be anything. It's kind of up to you. Yeah, Sam's long time been one of my favorite artists and people. Just as a guy, I love Sam. Awesome dude. Been super invested in following him since he was a young man. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Sam's doing great stuff.
Not enough mana.
Also, like Miles, you know, Miles, for a long time everybody said, you know, oh, you do art, here's how you make money doing art. You work for Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, you do fantasy illustrations, you get paid your freelance rate. And, you know, I've told this story on here before. I remember when Miles started working for Dungeons and Dragons, and he was doing like quarter page spot illustrations. He fucking hated it. He was like doing these, you know, beautiful paintings, but he was trying to make them something he enjoyed. And like, it turns out that he just didn't really enjoy doing fantasy illustration. He was in a group of people that all did fantasy illustration, so he felt like he kind of had to because everybody else was. But like, it turns out that no, he's actually just a fine artist, and he, you know, decided to lean into the stuff he actually enjoys doing, and now he's like a huge, you know, entity, big name. Yeah, he's doing great, but that only happened because he followed his passions and had the courage to admit that even though everybody else was doing a thing and it, you know, was considered the quote-unquote right thing to do, the logical thing to do, it wasn't something he enjoyed doing. And he had to step out and take a risk on doing the stuff he actually enjoyed, and, you know, it worked out great. But I had to add the horns. do like jets of fire for this thing. Yeah. How could someone aim for that? You have to find a form of illustration that feels like fine art, I guess. I don't know, like Tomer Nuka does a pretty good job of that. You have to just, you know, find a style or a format that you are illustrating in that looks like something normies can look at on a wall and appreciate. I know, like, I don't know. Also, the subject matter you choose to draw can make it fine art. I remember the first gallery I went to of Tomer's work. He did a lot of illustrations of, like, little kids in third world countries with, like, weapons. So it'd be, like, kids standing on a bicycle with, like, a rocket launcher. And I remember the normies at the gallery were like, wow. Like, it was, like, really deep to them. Goodbye, puppy. You could also just make stuff that's beautiful and aesthetically pleasing and doesn't really have a message, like James Jean. Like, I think a big part of James Jean's success is that a lot of his work is just very aesthetically pleasing. It feels very soothing to look at. It feels just very beautiful on its own. It doesn't hit you over the head necessarily with a message or isn't trying to say anything deep. It's just, here's a really beautiful painting of a really cool thing with a lot of really cool artistic elements that you can enjoy. and like it just kind of speaks for itself. That's why I have so much of his work in my house. It feels therapeutic to just look at it and experience it and appreciate it as a piece of art. Or you could pick a really cool, obscure Nintendo game like Faxanadu and redesign all the pixel art. Waste your life like I am. This is my gallery called The Art of Crystallis for the NES. I've redrawn every Shining Force 2 character and hung them in a gallery. I am Artman. It's me, Artist Man. Forever ago, I was talking to some people about doing a pop-up gallery at New York Comic Con called Rogues Gallery, where we all just draw comic book villains as fine art paintings and auction them off. But never happened. There's a lot of ideas that are good because they're puns, and then they never materialize into anything. It's probably like 90% of the ideas I have. I wonder what Miyamoto thought this was supposed to be. Like, in his mind, do you cut off the head and it becomes a flaming ghost head? Because, like, that's what I thought it was. Or do you think it's just supposed to be the skull covered in fire flying around? Like, I can't really tell. I always thought it was like a flaming ghost head. Okay, cool. He didn't fight the butcher yet, right? Oh, he's about to. Yeah, I see the butcher. I see him.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. If you want to know more about the history of our village, the storyteller Kane knows quite a bit about the past.
Storyteller.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
They didn't go with wise man or sage. They just went with storyteller. That's his profession. True.
What's that you say? The mere presence of the demons has caused the water to become tainted? Oh, truly a great evil lurks beneath our town. But your perseverance and courage gives us hope. Please, take this ring. Perhaps it will aid you in the destruction of such vile creatures.
Wow.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Sell that trash. Thanks for nothing, Pepin.
What ails you, my friend?
Well, what can I do for you?
Dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I bet you do.
A chest opened in darkness holds no greater treasure than when it is opened in the light. The storyteller Cain is an enigma, but only to those who do not look. His knowledge of what lies beneath the cathedral is far greater than even he allows himself to realize.
Deep.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
1 second. Oh, I should have painted it normally and then done a reverse gradient map. That would have looked cooler.
Not enough mana.
Color dodge looks okay. Lighting looks okay. Let's do color dodge. Actually, let's do overlay. And then do some color dodge. And then drop that opacity way down.
Not enough mana.
Alright, first break of the stream. I'll be right back, guys.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. Farnham spends far too much time here drowning his sorrows in cheap ale. I would make him leave, but he did suffer so during his time in the labyrinth.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Oh, Jillian is a fine woman. Much adored for her high spirits and her quick laugh. She holds a special place in my heart. She stays on at the tavern to support her elderly grandmother who is too sick to travel. I sometimes fear for her safety, but I know that any man in the village would rather die than see her harmed.
Well, what can I do for you?
Stay a while and listen.
Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
Can't a fellow drinking peace? No one ever listens to me. Somewhere, I ain't too sure, but somewhere out of the church, there's a whole pile of gold. Gleaming, shining, just waiting for someone to get it.
I sense a soul in search of answers. Corruption has the strength of deceit, but innocence holds the power of purity. The young woman Jillian has a pure heart, placing the needs of her matriarch over her own. She fears me, but it is only because she does not understand me.
puppy. Did he fight the butcher yet? Did I miss it? Did he fight the butcher? The butcher of baklava? Oh. You made a choice, Witcher. And you'll spend the rest of your life wondering if it was the right one. Liam Hemsworth. Oh boy. Can't wait.
Not enough mana.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Not enough mana.
Not enough.
So it came to be that there was a great revolution within the burning hells, known as the Dark Exile. The lesser evils overthrew the three primevals and banished their spirit forms to the mortal realm. The demons Belial, the Lord of Lies, and Asmodan, the Lord of Sin, fought to claim rulership of Hell during the absence of the three brothers. All of Hell polarized between the factions of Belial and Asmodan, while the forces of the high heavens continually battered upon the very gates of Hell.
Wow. Unbelievable. is Colonel Campbell, you're right. Snake. Turn off the game and go outside. Another hour of stream, guys, and unfortunately I gotta get going. Gotta pack.
Stay for a moment. I have a story you might find interesting. A caravan that was bound for the Eastern Kingdoms passed through here some time ago. It was supposedly carrying a piece of the heavens that had fallen to Earth. The caravan was ambushed by cloaked riders.
just north of here along the roadway. I searched the wreckage for this sky rock, but it was nowhere to be found. If you should find it, I believe that I can fashion something useful from it. Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend? I don't know what it is they thought they could see with that rock, but I will say this. If rocks are falling from the sky, you had better be careful.
Wow. Cool joke. Give me a potion and shut up.
Kind of fell drinking geese? I used to have an ice ring. It was really expensive. Blue and green, red and silver. Don't remember what happened to it, though. I really miss that ring.
I sense a soul in search of answers. The Heaven Stone is very powerful, and were it any but Griswold who bid you find it, I would prevent it. He will harness its powers, and its use will be for the good of us all.
The good of us all. What is that in Fahrenheit, my friend? Give it to me in terms my stupid American brain can understand. Yeah. I'm assuming it's very humid there like it is here. It's my assumption.
Please, no hurt, no kill. Keep alive, and next time good bring to you.
This guy. I didn't look in it. Is it Garbad the Weak? Garbald the Weak?
Hurt, no kill. Please, no hurt, no kill. Keep alive, and next time good bring to you.
The PlayStation game, I think he had a name. Oh wait, it does have a name. What is it? Yeah, Garbad. I fucking remembered it. Hell yeah. That's so fucking funny. It's so funny. And then he makes you a thing, but he thinks it's like too strong, so he decides to keep it for himself and he attacks you. I can't remember what he makes you though. Is it like a dumb skull cap? Is it like a helmet or something that gives you like stats? I think it's a, for some reason I remember it being a helmet, like a skull cap or something. But maybe it's an amulet, or like a flail or something. Maybe it's a flail. I think it's a skull cap though. I don't know why. I think it's a skull cap that like... I remember... I think there's a dumb monster that gives you a skull cap that raises your intelligence or something. Oh, it gives you different things? Okay. This isn't the quest where they steal the tavern sign. That's a different one with Goatman.
Lee. No attack.
I want to be the guy that they hired in 1997.
No.
Tom, could you make it more goat? We really want to feel like you've been a goat your whole life. Give it a little bit more goat, okay, Tom?
The smell of death surrounds me.
Really good, Tom. We love how much effort you're giving it, but can we go 10% more goat?
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. The caravan stopped here to take on some supplies for their journey to the east.
Supplies.
Quite an array of fresh fruits and some excellent sweetbreads that Garda had just finished baking. Shame what happened to them. Jillian, my barmaid? If it were not for her sense of duty to her grandam, she would have fled from here long ago. Goodness knows I begged her to leave, telling her that I would watch after the old woman, but she is too sweet and caring to have done so.
What ails you, my friend?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Well, what can I do for you?
Doom, boom.
Good day. How may I serve you? Well, a caravan of some very important people did stop here, but that was quite a while ago. They had strange accents and were starting on a long journey, as I recall. I don't see how you could hope to find anything that they would have been carrying. Over here.
If anyone can make something out of that rock, Griswold can. He knows what he is doing. And as much as I try to steal his customers, I respect the quality of his work. Don't trust everything the drunk says. Too many ales have fogged his vision and his good sense.
His good sense. So canonically, Wirt gets murdered by a bunch of demons right after this, right? Because Diablo 2, you get his leg. I don't think they ever say he survives, right? Watch Diablo 5 where it's going to show up as a grown man with a mechanical leg. My bionic demon hunting leg. Oh, this?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I had to throw my old wooden leg to the ground when I fled my hometown burning. Then I grafted this bionic leg on after. Yes, I remember the demon cow level. Moo moo moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo.
I cannot cast that here.
Another half-hour stream, guys, then I gotta go. Unfortunately. I remember that. And the rogue girl becomes, what's her name, like Blood Raven or something? She's like in the cemetery. And the warrior canonically is the Dark Wanderer. I'm pretty sure the rogue is Blood Raven. I think her name's Blood Raven. She's in the graveyard in the first act. And all the rogue encampment people are like, oh. Shocked how much of this I remember. I know there's grain from the mask seeping into this. I'll fix it later.
I cannot carry any more. I have no room.
Hell yeah. That looks like a Metzen. Looks like a Metzen drawing. Or I wonder.
Not enough mana.
Is it Samwise? Most of that old Blizzard stuff is either Metzen or Samwise.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
don't even know who Roman Kenny is. Shout out to you, Roman Kenny. Let the boy watch.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Pepin. I count him as a true friend. Perhaps the closest I have here. He is a bit addled at times, but never a more caring or considerate soul has existed. His knowledge and skills are equaled by few, and his door is always open. Well, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Oh, nice. I had a boxed copy of
I sense a soul
Warcraft
in
1
search of
Orcs and Humans,
answers.
sealed, unopened. I gave it to Brad Ellis at Easy Allies for helping us promote our Steve book as a little thank you gift. I think the cover art was done by that guy. I hope Brad's doing good. Easy Allies has a special place in my heart. I do miss the early days when Bossman was still there and Ben Moore was still around. I really loved Ben Moore, and Kyle's my favorite. Specifically Kyle with Huber though. Huber I also love, and I love Huber on his own and I love Kyle on his own, but the combination of Kyle with Huber was like the secret sauce for me, and it's a bummer that they don't get to do much collaboration anymore. They do stuff like twice a year, sometimes for SGF and sometimes for Game Awards, but yeah, back in the early days of Easy Allies, it was, and the later days of game trailers, I really loved Kyle and Huber. I still rewatch a lot of their old stuff. Yeah. Kyle's still great, but I don't know. For me personally, I hate saying this as a creative person because I know it's not fair. But the stuff they did collectively I think was stronger than the stuff they're all doing individually. Which I understand isn't for us as the audience to decide. We need to respect them as creators and what they want to do. But the later years game trailer stuff and the early years Easy Allies stuff was so strong. You know, we're never gonna see Kyle Bossman put on trial again for lying about a bet. The old betting specials are still some of the best stuff, like, ever. From, like, all of gaming journalism. It just sucks that, like, when Defy bought game trailers, like, the death rattle of the company that last 2 years was, like, the strongest stuff they'd ever done. Talking about when GameTrailers.com got sold to Defy Media, and then Defy Media shuttered it, so the staff created Easy Allies. Specifically, we're talking about Kyle Bossman and Michael Huber.
Not enough mana.
Not enough. man, that E3 2015, that Shenmue 3, Final Fantasy 7 remake drop. The greatest moment for Michael P. Huber. One note of music, and Michael Huber knew what it was. He went, "Eh, no, no, no."
Well, what can I do for you? That lad is gonna get himself into serious trouble. Or I guess I should say, again. I've tried to interest him in working here and learning an honest trade. But he prefers the high profits of dealing in goods of dubious origin. I cannot hold that against him after what happened to him. But I do wish he would at least be careful.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. I know of many myths and legends that may contain answers to questions that may arise in your journeys into the labyrinth. If you come across challenges and questions to which you seek knowledge, seek me out, and I will tell you what I can.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I did see that.
Over here.
Elon's Hitler bot.
Ivan is a fool for
Pretty
staying
good.
here. I could get him out of town for a very reasonable price, but he insists on trying to make a go of it with that stupid tavern. I guess at the least he gives Jillian a place to work, and his wife Garda does make a superb shepherd's pie. I know more than you think about that grisly thing. His little friends got a hold of me and managed to get my leg before Griswold pulled me out of that hole. I'll put it bluntly. Kill him before he kills you and adds your corpse to his collection.
His collection.
ails you, my friend?
Found a fellow drinking peace? Ogden is the best man in town. I don't think his wife likes me much, but as long as she keeps tapping kegs, I'll like her just fine.
The every damn
Seems like I've
time
been
memes
spending more
from
time
Grok
with
was
Ogden,
fucking
you know,
insane.
but he's
It's insane that it's absorbing the like coded language. Like the outright praise is one thing, but the fact that it's reading enough conversations selectively to absorb the coded stuff is crazy. Because it's like one thing when it's saying something outright that's like bad, but like if it's like learning subterfuge,
I sense a soul
that's pretty
in search of
fucking
answers.
yikes.
The sum of our knowledge is in the sum of its people. Should you find a book or scroll that you cannot decipher, do not hesitate to bring it to me. If I can make sense of it, I will share what I find. I
5
sense a
minutes
soul
left, and then I
in
gotta
search
go,
of
guys.
answers.
Sorry.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
How many pieces are in the works? Oh, I don't know, 20? 30? I have no idea. A lot. Right now I'm focusing on this one, this one, this one, and this one. Focusing on these. None are done yet. Some are close, but no.
This must be what Griswold wanted.
I could do what Arnie did and cut off one of the heads and have it coming out, but I don't really... It doesn't really work for me. I don't know. Feels weird. Like I could get rid of this one. And have it be, you know, an open neck with a bone. Oh my god. And then have, you know, spooky energy. Oh, ooh, but it feels too, I don't know, it feels goofy. And it also feels like exactly what Arnie did in his. Oh! Yeah, I hope everybody has a good weekend. Oh! Alright.
Not enough mana.
Cool! Alright. Well, folks, it's been real. I'll see you in a week. Oh, maybe less. We'll see. We'll see. If I can't sleep at the place I'm going to, I'm going to come home early. But hopefully I can sleep and enjoy myself. But if I can't, I'll see you guys soon-ish. Love you.